Let's imagine for a moment that we have a definition of a table like is shown on the slide. And now we run a query like the query shown at the bottom of the slide against this table. What is important to note is that in the table, the course number column is defined as a varchar2 data type, so a data type that's intended for string values. But in our query, we have specified the course number just as a number, in this case the number 101. So what we have here is a mismatch between the data type in the table and the SQL statement. Now Oracle will not error, it will run this statement for you just fine, but it will not use any indexes that have been built over the course number column due to this implicit data conversion that's going on. The solution to this problem is very easy. You want to make sure that the data types you use in your SQL statements always match up with the data types defined in the table. This is more of an issue of attention to detail rather than anything else, but you do need to be mindful of these data types. Otherwise, your index may not get used and the performance of your statement will be adversely affected. Also, when you use bind variables in your application, it is best to explicitly specify the data type the bind variable should use. If you don't, Oracle will do the best job it can to infer the data type from the value you've provided and the column type in the table. And almost always, Oracle infers correctly. But Oracle can make an incorrect guess. And so I always make sure to specify the data type directly, and then I avoid this problem altogether. Finally, it is important to pay attention to the data types of columns in your tables as you define these tables in your schema. While this is more of a data modeling issue than a performance issue, choosing the incorrect data type can cause a lot of problems down the road, including both performance problems and just making your database schema more difficult to use. Most people expect dates to be stored as a date or timestamp data type, numeric values to be stored as numbers, and so on. When you start deviating from these conventions is where you get into trouble, because someone will make an assumption about a column type that isn't true. So put some thought into what data types your columns should be, and you'll save yourself a lot of trouble going forward.